Alright YouTube, so today we are going to be showcasing Trude in one of the teams I've been testing. Of course, it is just one team. There's going to be some other teams that are probably very good for her, but this is just the one that I tested and I found a lot of success with. Now some of you guys might have gotten scared after watching my last video on Trude, showing how she's not the best Ruby farmer, but honestly that was expected. She's mostly a PvP character, right? Crowd control immunity doesn't really matter for Ruby farming. Pain endurance, block rate, revive doesn't really matter in Ruby farming either. Of course, she can win a lot of Ruby farming stages very easily with the revive. It just takes forever, which makes her not that good. But for PvP, she is a different beast. She's absolutely crazy. I don't know if she's like the most OP character in the game, but she definitely feels like it when I've been testing her today. I played about 20 arena matches, even in the new arena game mode, so I'll be showing you guys some highlights and some clips, I guess just replays of the fights, with me kind of talking over it, but she's absolutely insane. Now I do have her at T6, so she does actually get 100% crit rate on everything. I think it definitely makes her a lot stronger because, obviously it makes her stronger, but because she's like a bruiser, not really a full-on DPS, where she wants to sustain a bit with her basic attack and stuff like that, she really wants it. So in terms of the build, if you don't have her T6, I think you run her on Assassin for the crit rate and get her to 100%. But if you do have her on T6, you want to run her on a weakness hit build. So whether or not you go T6 or not, really up to you and your goals on the game. But if you're looking to use her in PvP, you want her at 100% crit rate no matter what, whether it be from your passive or whether it be from gear. So what you want to aim for is 100% block rate. So this is a lot easier if you have her at T6 obviously, but even if you don't, you want to make sure you get to 100%. It just makes her a lot tankier. You end up getting 60% from her passive, and then you want to get that other 40% from gear, which can be pretty hard, but what you can end up doing is dropping one of your armors for a main stat block rate piece if you really need to. But for the most part, getting it from substats will be the best option. The reason why you want block rate is because if you don't block, you don't get that 50% less damage, and also this blocks critical hits, so it makes her very good into Kyles, especially ones that don't have a weakness hit chance build like mine does. You are just going to absolutely demolish Kyles, so that is why block rate's really good. I will test her on a block rate build later on and probably showcase it if it ends up being good, but I want to test her on this build because this allows her to 1v1 Platins, as you'll see, which are also very annoying in the meta. And with this block rate, she becomes insanely tanky, right? She's just blocking. She has this pain endurance, which makes you take a lot less damage instantaneously. You just bleed it over time, but that's fine because you have this basic attack. And this basic attack heals you a lot, and it's going to be very strong in 1v1 fights once you get to the later stages of the fight, and also just in general, because yeah, you also have a barrier on top of that when you get her to T2. So just a very strong unit. Is she Giga OP? Honestly, I think she's really strong. I don't want to label her as OP yet because it's literally day one, but I won't be surprised at all in the slightest if people end up saying that she's overpowered, right? So we're going to see how she does in some arena matches. You'll be able to see from my replays. I'll talk over it, of course, but she looks pretty damn strong. Just to preface, it's like top 10 fights, so yeah, you're going to see some top 10 fights from regular arena. I also did some runs in advanced arena, as I said earlier. It's going to be about almost top 10 as well. This is all the servers combined, so it's not like I'm fighting, you know, complete noobs. We're fighting against whales, people that spent way more than me, and maybe the same amount. But you're gonna see that this character is absolutely crazy, even against like T12 characters. So here's one fight here. I'm actually against my guildmate, so 07 bro, I'm sorry. But the thing I like about Trude is when you run her in this comp, which I like to run her in, you can see on the left here with, you know, the Kyle comp, she is absolutely insane because she gets healed when Kagura dies because she's universal. And also, as long as Kyle just does some damage, even if he dies very early, Trude can clean up. And you're gonna see that she just takes 0 damage. Like, look at the damage she's taking. This is with 0 healing from other characters, besides Kagura's passive. She's just eating through everything. Like, we've eaten through what? 2 of Kyle's skills, and we're still at half health, and we still have the revive. So, we still haven't even used the shield yet, I think. Right? In this situation, usually you're thinking, oh, it's not looking that favorable. Of course, my Kyle does a lot here. But even now, it's like, what? A 3v1, right? This is why she is so good. She's taking literally no damage. And yeah, just look how tanky she is. And then we make it to our barrier here. Look at the barrier, it's like insanely strong. Yeah, I mean her damage is actually ridiculous as well, right? Here's another fight, same team comp. I think, actually I don't really think, I know this team comp's good for her. I don't know if it's the best one though, but it feels damn strong. And I think Kyle and her together, especially for 5v5 setups, is very powerful. For Guild Wars, probably not as much. Because, oh my god, look at the damage, but she's in the front. She's not even getting the attack boost. Like, I might just put her in the back. Like, what is this? Maybe I just take out Kyle and put like a healer or something. Or maybe I just run her in the tank comp. I think I'll have to test her in the tank comp because this damage is absolutely insane. Yeah, you can see, like, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm so in shock with this damage here and how tanky she is for how much damage she does. And she has crowd control immunity. But yeah, in Guild Wars you can't use her with Kyle because Kyle needs 3 attack characters and she's purple, she's universal. But I think in like a turn 2 team for Guild Wars she'd be pretty powerful. Just look how little damage she takes. Of course she bleeds it over time, that's why on her turn she takes a lot. But look at this damage. And it's like, oh no, we're gonna lose, right? She's gonna die. What do we do? Oh yeah, full HP res, by the way. Full HP res, by the way. And then she gets this barrier. Oh my, what is this? God damn. Yeah, I think it's the start of the end for the power creeping. Wowzers. Alright, so we'll show you guys another fight. This is in the new arena mode. And even though we get instantly blasted in the opener, so usually instead of her, you would run Phi. If this happens on the opener, you pretty much just lose because I'm so behind, right? In terms of HP. But doesn't matter. We have Trude, we have Thanos. And I guess I actually do get a lot of damage from my Kyle, which is very interesting. So maybe not. Maybe in this situation it was just my Kyle that kind of killed everything. Oh, I mean she also just killed everything. Now she's CC immune, so what do you really do? Yeah, honestly, like, I'm not trying to say she's better than Kyle, because honestly I don't think she is. Maybe she is, we don't really know. But I will say, they're pretty similar in strength, so if you pair them together, like, I mean, what do you do, really? Like, what do you do? Wow, this guy has a 6-star immortality ring. Must be nice. Yeah, so at this point it's like, it's not looking the best, right? Maybe it is okay. Oh yeah, the Kyle had guts. But yeah, still, I mean, she's just able to anchor, yep, full HP res. I was gonna say anchor the fight. Yep. Just tank it all, and then in 1v1s, she pretty much always wins. Just because she's healing on every attack, she has a shield on her top skill, she's immune to CC, and yeah, you can see she's just slamming the Elysia, so there is another dub. I'll show you guys the last fight now. This is against a tank team, so if you're wondering, you know, if she's able to do okay versus tank teams, not just in one even, she does pretty good, because she's able to deal, but she does deal a lot of damage, but what I'm trying to say is she's able to sustain very well with her kit. And even though Kyle's already pretty good versus tank teams, against the mega tanky teams, you sometimes can't break through. But I found in my testing by adding Trude, you know, it helps a bit. Doesn't help all the time. I'm not gonna lie and say, you know, they always win versus tank teams, because tank teams are very strong at very high dupes. But it definitely does help, as you're gonna see. Like, you're seeing this and thinking, how does he win this, right? Honestly, it doesn't look like I should win this. but I do. Spoiler. You guys can watch how. Yeah, like at this point, I think most people just leave because it looks pretty doomed. Alright, my Kagura's about to die, my Colt's about to die. They're like full health. But Kyle is softening them up quite a bit, which is very good. And then you're gonna see my Trude uses her bottom skill. Honestly, this fight doesn't really showcase Trude too much, but kind of more of the fact that Kyle is pretty strong, and then you have Trude here to kind of clean up later, as you'll see. Okay, so my Colt dies here, yeah, immortality. Yeah, this is tank fights, guys, just takes forever. I don't know what to tell you guys. But it's the last fight, so might as well watch to the end. How do I win this? This looks so lost with the Link up here too. Okay, so I do kill the Alice, so that's the healer down. I guess that's what it is. Colt kind of comes in. But even now, right? It looks like Platin should just solo my team at this point. Because I didn't even proc his res ring, right? And the scariest thing here is Platin does have his HP alteration still. So in the 1v1, it's really powerful. And his RNG is just god tier, right? He's getting the HP alteration to line up perfectly. Oh, Karma just died there, okay. Yeah, so here, HP alteration. So this kind of like, I can't really show you guys Guild Wars right now because it's not open. But this can kind of preview what it will be like in Guild Wars if you're struggling against Platins, right? Because Platins end up soloing a lot of characters. But you're gonna see here my my Trude proc to revive early, and I'm actually healing off of the Platin 1v1. So yeah, so I'm actually literally just healing off of him with the block and the lifesteal. He even reses, and I'm like gaining health, so you can kind of see she's going to be very good against Platin as well. So that is Trude, guys. Looks absolutely insane in PvP right now. I think she's going to be a key part of the meta for Arena and Guild Wars. Will she be like super OP? Who knows? Maybe by the time this video releases and you see it, people are going to find like a better build. But this is what I tested. This is about 3 hours after her banner dropped. And, you know, this setup's pretty good. I will have to eventually drop this ring because it's a gray ring for something else after I get better gear on her, but I will have to farm more weakness hit chance gear. I will need to get some block rate on the substats, and then I'll probably just put her on some sort of legendary ring. Not really too sure which one because it doesn't seem like a lot of them are that great for her. I guess Guts is probably the best, so that's what I'll have to put her on. But yeah, pretty much it for this video though, guys. Let me know in the comments down below how you're building your Trude and what you think about her so far. I think she's pretty strong, and I will see you guys next video.